Good morning, guys.
Good morning. So it's Thursday here. We're just slowly leaving Portamarine.
In the mist.
In the mist. It's always misty here.
Always. Every time we leave in the morning.
And we remember that there's quite a long 7 kilometre up to get to Gonza, the next town. But we jagged a really lovely cafe that was in the main street. We seemed to get there just before a horde of people. And nothing special about what we had. Coffee, juice, toast.
But good toast.
But good toast. It was nice and soft.
Not like cardboard.
Not like cardboard. And it was a really good way to start the day. So It's just about 7:30. We're on the road. We'll show you some foggy photos as we go. But it's not raining yet.
No.
So far, so good.
And we've packed all our gear away again.
See how we go.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So down the river in that direction through the mist is the bridge that we came into town, and then we go back across to that side of town to leave. So, but I'm just saying to Lynn, this is the most number of people leaving town that I've seen in a long time. So for the first time, it has actually felt like there were a lot of people joined from Saria. It's unusual, but there we go. Good morning again. There's a lot of mist around still today. That'll burn off soon because I can see looking brighter up ahead already.
Yeah, because we're on top of the hill now.
There's a long drag coming out of Portamarine. And at the bottom, there seemed to be a lot of confusion. Do I go left? Do I go right?
After the bridge.
Yeah, we've always gone right, and we did this year, and this is the way we've always gone. So whether the other way is a easier way up the hill or an alternative, we don't know about. Anyway, and for me personally, I was able to keep up with the greatest of all time climber, Lynn Mathias, step for step up that hill. And it was so funny. There were a couple of large groups of Italian and Spanish men, and they kept looking at Lynn as she sailed past them as if to say, what is she on? And I think the last guy went, whoa, motor. But we feel good. We're walk strong, we're fit. Lynn's pretty much over a cold that she's had. And we're finding it just comfortable.
Yep.
So bring it on. So it looked for a little while like the sun is trying to break through. Hasn't quite made it yet, started to. But now we're walking through this beautiful forest. And it looks mysterious because there's still mist above us. The sun hasn't come out. And this black mud that we walk on is really easy on your feet. So this is lovely walking for a while. So it's just gone 5 to 9. We're punting along. I think we've just done 7 kilometres according to Lynn's Fitbit, which should get us pretty much to the cafe at Gonza. It should be coming up soon. The sun didn't eventually break through the clouds yet, but the mist has lifted. So that's made it actually quite an easy walking day. The track's nice and soft, and we're getting along nicely. So this is what it's been like in the mornings yesterday and today. I'm guessing with people joining from Saria. Very crowded. Now it thins out by lunchtime. I don't know where they all go, but at the moment, so when you leave Portamarine, the next place to stop is Cafe Albergue at Gonzo. We walk about 1 kilometre past that, and there's an albergue, I think it's Oritz. It's got a really lovely cafe bar, and we just lobbed in there then and there was nobody there. So you can get an orange juice, go to the toilet, sit down, and then all these people probably were in the Gonzo cafe lining up to use the toilet, etc. Much more peaceful if you just walk that 1 kilometre past. So these remains called a castro, which I'm assuming means village, not sure. had been dated back to 400 years BC, and then apparently they were settled on and off up until the 1st century AD. And that's around about when the Romans arrived in this region. So it's not known whether the Romans drove the people away, or the people had gone, or just moved out when the Romans approached. But remarkable to see where the village was, the walls. Got no idea what the dwellings were like. Were they thatched roofs or timber roofs? But to see something that's best part of 2,500 years old is quite remarkable. And it's just a couple of 100 metres at most off the Camino, and then you just go out at the end, you're back on the Camino. So it's amazing. If you're walking between Portamarin and Palos de Raya, I thoroughly recommend watching out for Castro Mayor. So that's the Camino path, not far out of Gonzor. And if I just swing around, this is literally how close these ruins are to the Camino path. Amazing place for a settlement. I guess the high ground. Let's call it it's a koala. Hello.
Hi.
How you going? So it's Thursday afternoon, and we're heading slowly towards Palos de Raya. We stopped back there at Casa something or other. I'll put a picture in.
Remember.
Anyway, it was a really lovely restaurant. We had a lovely meal. What did you have?
Pasta salad.
Wow, it's like one of the plain meals. I went upmarket and had eggs and chips, and they were lovely. So don't think Palos de Raya in the past has been a happening town,
No.
but still friendly and worth a bit of a quick look around.
And there's a good bar there.
Good bar to have a sit and reflect on the day.
Yeah.
And we've only got 3 more walks to Santiago, so
Yeah.
starting to get towards the end of our trip.
Yeah.
So we might take you into the bar a little bit later on, and we can all reflect together.
Bye.
This is lovely walking on the way into Palos de Raya. This black soft mud isn't slippery at all. It's so soft on your feet. It's really easy to walk on. But just remarking, I think they've had a lot of rain as well.
And a big tractor.
And a big tractor, which is probably
Chewed it all up.
cutting all the sides down. But yeah, it's definitely chewed it all up.
town.
Okay, good evening.
Hi.
So it's, well, I don't know what the time is, 9 o'clock?
8:30.
8:30. We've just come back from tea. There's a cafe, Pulperia, I think it's called. Pulperia? Anyway.
Yeah.
In town,
yeah.
which is very popular on WhatsApp. We just had tea there.
Yeah, we've always gone there.
Yeah,
when we've come.
Been a lovely afternoon actually. So on the way down to check out the town this afternoon, there was a Scottish guy, Ewan, who jumped up and said, "Hey, I know you guys. I've seen you on YouTube."
Yes.
So this is a bit of a shout out to Ewan. Thanks for saying g'day.
Approaching us.
Yeah, I had a really good tea. And then across the road from where we're staying is Benito's albergue.
Yeah.
Now, we stayed there in 2014.
So this is quite appropriate, this being our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
We went back over there tonight.
And Benito
came out.
Was there, and he sort of recognised us and came out and hugs and hello.
Yeah.
And he took us back into the albergue to look at the room where we stayed 10 years ago.
Yeah, because when we arrived here, I was quite sick with the flu. I had a really bad cough. And I explained to him I really didn't want to spread it to the other pilgrims. So he took us to our own private room that had 12 beds in it and our own private bathroom. And so he just took us back and showed us where we would have stayed that night. He was very kind that night.
And we're not staying in Benito's.
No.
But we've lobbed in to have a last coffee before bed, and it was as if we were staying there.
Yeah.
So we might go there for breakfast in the morning.
So if ever you're doing albergues, I recommend Benito's in this town. He's a really, really kind man.
Yeah, and that was good. So that kind of rounded our day off quite nicely. It's been a really lovely day.
Yeah.
And the sun's out. And what a difference it makes to the town.
Yeah.
People sitting out in the streets.
Outside.
Talking and, so it had a really lovely feel to it.
Yeah.
But, okay, well, that's the end of that.
And we hope now it's been a turn in the weather.
Yeah.
And over the next few days, we might get it a little bit warmer.
Yeah, keep our fingers crossed.
Great.
Yeah. So tomorrow we're off to Arzua, and that's our third last walk.
Yeah.
So getting
All gone good?
closer to Santiago.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, see you tomorrow.
Good night.